I've really enjoyed this summer event for Fate Grand Order. Not just for the servants, but also for the memes as well. And one of the more memorable ones has been from Lancer Miyu and her skill called Illyaism, which is a skill that is an altered form of animism, which is based off of the belief that a deity resides in all things, and in Miyu's case that god might as well be Illya, which allows her to turn everything into Illya, be it enemies or allies, although that does exclude herself. But if you have a second Miyu, then that Miyu can turn the other Miyu into an Illya, and I'm assuming if you have a Ramus Uranus, you can make Roman Illyas. Now this is only possible because Miyu is what we call the child of God. If you've read or watched Prisma Illya, Oath Under Snow, you know what that means. Basically it means she has the ability to grant wishes, and it's due to this power of hers that took the whole Illyaism to a new level, making the skill a hallucination that's able to encroach on reality if not kept in check. So you may be wondering, what is the lore behind this skill? Well, it all starts on Yuoga's private island where the summer event is taking place. So for the most part, every servant has been quote unquote brainwashed so that they can fully enjoy summer on this island and not worry about anything else. And in Miyu's case, she ends up in a village, thus becoming its Miko. This village is very much so bound by its own traditions, and because Miyu has her own past as a child of God and all that stuff, with the ability to grant wishes, she easily fell into this type of role. Miyu, while not exactly enthusiastic about doing this, she still chose to follow the adult's command, even if she knew all this in the grand scheme of things was pointless and that she was not a real Miko. So sometimes she would slip outside the village with Sapphire in the form of a bug catching net to search for fairies and catch them. Now, if you're in the know, you'll know that these fairies she's catching are the same shape as the form Illya took in Fate Cloud Prisma Illya when she went back in time to become Pandora, aka the Nameless Girl's first friend. And as her ascensions go up, you see that these fairies take the shape of Illya. Now, Miyu and Chloe, seeing Miyu in this situation, want to get her out of it ASAP, but sadly, they're not strong enough to stop her nor convince her to stop doing so. And when through becoming conflict, Illya and Chloe, in fact, do not win. And while it seems Miyu has no qualms with defeating Chloe, she does not want to fight Illya at all, clearly showing her Illya bias. So, Illya and Chloe decide to go a different route. With the help of the master and the servants with them, they work to expose the truth behind this fake ritual and expose its deception. They do this by finding a kaleido stick shaped statue that was found in a sealed cave that the real ritual is tied to. Now, we do later find out when they interrupt the ritual to try to stop and save Miyu that this Kaleido stick statue is that of Kaleido-sama, or Lord Kaleido if you prefer, who originates from a fragment of Ruby's wishes for a world where no one ages, where there can be pure and innocent magical girls. Essentially, people like Illya, who are imaginative, innocent, young, all that stuff. The ideal form of a magical girl, at least in Ruby's mind. Hence why she abandoned Ren and prefers Illya way more. Now, the thing is, Kaleido-sama decides they're going to try to force Miyu into becoming a true Miko. Although this doesn't work out as expected, because when Miyu, using her power, becomes a true Miko, she becomes very unstable. And thus, instead of granting the wishes of those around her, she decides that she's going to make everyone else into Illya. And this mentally affects them due to her own manifested deep-seated desires for Illya. Because in Miyu's mind in this state, the path to world peace is through Illya. The more Illya, the better. And thus all the wishes that these people have trying to wish upon Miyu end up being reformed or straight up changed to sound like something Illya would say. So of course they have to stop Miyu, and they do, returning her back to her normal state, with Kaleido-sama left with nothing, wondering where things went wrong before disappearing, and Ruby telling Kaleido that while the plan did fail, Ruby will still hold true to the wish and desire for that dream. And that's pretty much all the context you need to understand the meme as well as the skill. Which, going a bit off topic, does make me wonder how this may reflect on the future of the Prisma Illya manga in future chapters as it leads to its conclusion, or if this will be just a standalone thing. Regardless, if you enjoyed this video or found it somewhat informative, then I have other videos talking about the Prisma Illya manga and its latest chapters, as well as some other Type Moon content related to Prisma Illya in other ways.